Hi Stampers, welcome to Stampers Club. I'm Karen Tralfa and today I have a definitely summer card to share with you. Summer and shimmer. So we have definitely a girly card, no doubt about it. Let me show you what we're doing. All right, so we're using the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. We're going to make a tone-on-tone kind of color with a little pop of black going on in. But this stamp set and die set are absolutely stunning. I've done a few cards with this. You're going to love to see some of the other videos on it. But I'm only going to be using one of these little leaves here. And again, there's not a lot there. There's a lot of beautiful verses though. But what I like about this die set is not only are there elements to cut out a couple of these leaves here, but there's other additional elements and leaves to go along with this. So you could literally use this die set and not have any stamping if you really wanted to do it that way. But let me show you what I did and how I made this card. Let me set that aside here. Okay, so I started out with some Petunia Pop paper. This is one of our new 2024-2026 in colors. Oh, you can see I was prepping, so I have a little piece of this little DSP here too. Let me get my scoring blade or my cutting blade out of the way. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but you know, cutting boards, or at least Stampin' Up! Ones, they have a scoring tool and a cutting blade, and the one is lighter than the other. Of course, the light colored one is for the lighter touch, which would be the scoring. But I have a half a sheet of cardstock that I'm going to score in half at 4 1/4, not cut in half. How many of you have done it? Put it in to use the scoring board or the scoring tool and grab the wrong blade and cut your cardstock right in half. I know I've done it more than once. Even though I know better, I've still done it. We've all had wonderful crafting stories, haven't we? I'd love to hear from you to see what some of your crafting stories are. What's the funniest thing you've ever done? I mean, I've had dimensionals stuck to my face. I mean, all kind of weird stuff. So I have a piece of basic white that I've embossed with the eyelet. It's another new embossing folder. Embossing folders are a wonderful investment, ladies, gentlemen, because you can get a lot for your money. Like you get a lot of texture, you get a lot of depth and dimension, and they're inexpensive. If you want to see the selection we have, you can go over to stampersclub.com and hit the Shop Now button. That'll get you over to the store to view all of the new and exciting products along with all of the different textures of embossing folders that we have. All right, so the next piece is going to be this beautiful unbounded beauty designer paper. Now, as you may know, our designer papers usually have one side that's kind of subtle, or stripes or simple, and one that's got like wow, a lot going on. So this time I'm actually going to be using the wow, I got a lot going on, and we're going to tape that down. I know sometimes it's hard to decide which side you really want to use, right? Is this directional? A little bit, not much. But I'm going to do it this way, and we're going to just kind of put it right in the center. Okay. Now, I've also pre-die cut another piece of basic white with the Everyday Details dies. Now, I love these dies because I really like these little circles that go around the edge, and they come in both rectangles and circles rather, rectangles and circles. And there's a couple other little elements in that die set too. I'm going to use Petunia Pop ink. Get that all on there. And we're just going to go kind of like right about, oh yeah, that looks good. Sure, why not? There we go. Let me close that ink up before I wear it because I tend to wear ink a lot. All right, so this piece now I'm going to put on a piece of basic black. I see I have one little, there we go. I'm going to put this on some basic black, and this is where you're going to really notice how this detail shows up. Because it's like little peekaboos, right? So you see it out, you see the black that kind of comes through. So it really makes those circles, that little border really just pop up, right? All right, so on this, I'm going to grab some of my dimensional diamonds. You know, that's what I call them. They're diamonds, stamp room diamonds. Inexpensive, but not as costly as real diamonds, but they are a lot more fun actually. And they are a girl's best friend. And that I'm just going to put right in the middle of that designer paper. Isn't that nice how it just kind of gives that, that outline of a pretty tone, different shades of the same color. Love how that looks. Okay, so now another one of these little elements. I'm going to use this little element here because I just want these extra little, kind of a little leaf flower spray, right? And I cut that out of some glimmer paper, shimmer paper. Now, this is not glitter paper. It looks like glitter paper, but you don't get the mess. None of this falls off. So it's kind of like a nice, pretty shimmer paper. This comes in all 5 of the new in colors also. So let's get some liquid glue. Now, I've been having an issue with this today because we have, see how it just keeps oozing out? We have a storm coming in. Look at that. It's just like popping out. It's like exploding, right? But we have a storm coming in, so my glue is just crazy acting up today. Normally this doesn't do that, but the low pressure or high pressure, I think it's a low pressure system coming in. And it's changing whether or not my glue works. See, now it's like not even wanting to come out. Does this when I travel on airplanes too. It'll do the same thing. All right, now there's not hardly even any glue in there. See if I got any on the outside here I can use. I'm gonna get another glue bottle and we're gonna go a little faster because it's gonna happen the same way. The same thing is gonna happen on another glue bottle. It's just gonna wanna ooze out. I can't believe that's happening today. Doesn't normally happen. So I guess when I started today stamping, I should have set my glue bottles upright. I normally store them down. But I guess on these, when bad weather's coming in, I should flip them over and let them settle down a little bit. And then they wouldn't do that. All right, so I'm gonna get this little guy and just put him kind of next to, I don't want my stems too far apart, but I just want to add some little shimmer to my artwork here. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to grab a strip of the Petunia Pop cardstock and some black ink to kind of go with my black background here. Get my little thanks stamp out of here. Just a little thanks. I thank all of you for stopping by and crafting with me today. Appreciate it. Would love to hear your comments or, questions or, what you would like to see in the future. If you have a particular thing you don't know how to do, want me to show you, leave it in the comments. Send me a message. Would love to hear from you. I'm just going to kind of pop that off to the side there a little bit. And then we need ribbon. Yes, ribbon. You know me and ribbon. Now, of course, I'm going to do a bow, but anytime you could just do a knot. If you don't have the dexterity or don't like making bows or don't even like the look of bows, the fabric that the ribbon brings into a card still gives it just that little bit more oomph to it. So you get a lot of bang for a small thing. Right? Kind of like the dimensionals or the embossing folders, that you just have this, you add 2 or 3 of those things to the card and you have just sent that card right over the top. But I'm going to add this as a bow. Now, if you do a knot, just tie the ribbon in a knot. That works too. And it still gives you that little bit of texture. Let me grab a glue dot. Now I'm going to put my ribbon to the glue dot, not me picking up the glue dot. Otherwise, I'm going to have like more glue all over my hands than I already do. And I'm just going to put it kind of like over those stems. So we have a little bouquet of wild leaves, right? Like how many times have kids come in and handed you this beautiful bouquet of dandelions or thistle or anything else that seems to grow wild, and then you get it in a cute little bow, or a cute little bouquet that you just want to, put a bow around it and save it for them because they're just so cute when they bring them in. So there's my Petunia Pop Summer Thoughtful Wishes is the bundle. Okay, yeah, so Thoughtful Wishes is the bundle. Thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me today. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get noticed when I have more videos that pop up here. And feel free to wander through my channel and see some of the things that you've missed before if you haven't watched them all yet. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get back to stamping. You probably wanna watch another video, and you have a great Stamp Happy day. Bye for now.